Before evil came into existence, long before the first humans set foot on earth, infinite goodness reigned in the heavens. Everything was perfect. Every angel radiated immense light and felt deep reverence for their Father, the Creator of all. But among all the angels, one stood out above the rest. Lucifer. You were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. Lucifer was the most intelligent, the most powerful, and the most honored and dignified. In the heavens, all admired him. Lucifer was God's most beautiful creation, his masterpiece. He was the first being God sculpted with his mighty hands, the very first of all creation, and God delighted in making him his masterpiece. He granted Lucifer power like no other angel. Lucifer possessed the greatest intelligence, second only to God himself. But not everything remained perfect about him. You were blameless in your ways until wickedness was found in you. Thus, Lucifer became the source of all evil and suffering in the world. He became the prince of darkness, the corrupter of souls, the lord of destruction. He became Satan. Lucifer's fall left a scar in heaven. Though light returned, it was never the same. Like a broken mirror, Paradise would forever remember the betrayal. Lucifer's story serves as a warning that even the brightest star can fall into darkness. But how did we get here? What happened? Why did what was once an ocean of peace become the seed of evil? The heavens before the tragedy, Lucifer was crafted to the measure of perfection. You were anointed as a guardian cherub. You were on the holy mount of God. You walked among the fiery stones. Heaven is a realm of perfect order, a divine structure where each angel has a mission and purpose to fulfill. At the highest level are the seraphim. They are like living flames, burning with love and purity. They sing without rest, "Holy, holy is the Lord Almighty." Next are the cherubim. These are guardians of divine wisdom and protectors of the universe's secrets. They are the shield that repels any shadow of impurity. Closer to earth are the archangels and angels. Archangels, like Michael and Gabriel, are messengers of decisive moments, warriors who carry the divine message on their swords. Finally, the angels are the closest to humanity. They are the guardians of souls, accompanying us on our journey and ensuring evil does not draw near. In this perfect order, God wished to create something extraordinary. From his infinite wisdom and love, he created Lucifer, the morning star. You were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. Lucifer was not just beautiful, he was the leader, the beacon other angels followed. His charisma was magnetic, and his presence inspired respect and devotion. He walked among the angels with unparalleled grace. Seraphim and cherubim listened intently to his words, and even Michael, the great warrior, admired his wisdom. Lucifer organized the heavenly choirs, directing praises to the Creator with fervor and passion. His voice was like a flame in the darkness, a radiance guiding them in their songs and prayers. God did not create evil but something perfect. Yet Lucifer, blinded by his own brilliance, allowed pride to grow in his heart. His desire for glory consumed him. Like a hidden fire, it slowly destroyed him. The Bible tells us how his fall began. Your heart became proud on account of your beauty, and you corrupted your wisdom because of your splendor. What was once his gift became his downfall. The beauty all admired turned into the source of his ruin, and the wisdom that inspired others became the weapon of his self-destruction. Pride consumed him. He wished to ascend beyond his place, to raise his throne above God's stars. In his heart, he said, "I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God." And then the heavens shook. Rebellion erupted, and peace shattered like fragile glass. Jesus himself, in a chilling testimony, said, "I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven." In an instant, Lucifer was cast into the abyss, banished from the light that had been his home. His glory faded, and his splendor was buried in darkness. The morning star was cut down. The bright celestial body was extinguished. But how could this happen? Lucifer in the Holy Scriptures, though Lucifer's influence is immense, he is seldom mentioned in sacred texts. Why does a being with such worldly impact appear so little? Before discussing Lucifer's great celestial rebellion, this must be understood. In Scripture, Lucifer's character remains an enigma. He is spoken of only in fragments. The Bible mentions his story in scattered passages written in symbolic language. Thus, this story is based on the Bible, but also on additional sources, primarily the book History of the Angelic World by Father José Antonio Forti, and on texts by Saint Augustine, where Lucifer represents the desire to rise above his creator. Augustine notes that Lucifer, blinded by his own light, sought to equal God and was exiled, leaving an eternal lesson. Now let's see how Lucifer's soul began to corrupt. Lucifer's descent into darkness began as a barely perceptible spark, a fleeting thought. Lucifer wondered to himself, what if my light could shine brighter? What if my glory did not always need to serve another? These were small questions, almost invisible, but like seeds, they took root and grew. In the silence of his thoughts, he began to imagine himself on high, on the throne, being praised. And with each duty he performed, that voice inside grew stronger. Meanwhile, heaven remained in perfect harmony, though something in Lucifer became more distant each day. The angels began to notice his change. He became introspective, enigmatic. Gabriel approached him one day and said, "Lucifer, brother, what burden weighs on your heart? Your light grows restless." Lucifer looked at him and replied, "There are things even we cannot understand, dear Gabriel." Gabriel felt a chill, an unease. But Lucifer averted his gaze, avoiding any other word that might reveal the storm growing within him. Day by day, Lucifer began to neglect his duties. His voice, once the leader of the heavenly choir, grew silent. The other angels felt his absence, as if a star were missing from the firmament. In praise gatherings where he once stood first, he now attended half-heartedly, gazing upward with a mix of pride and resentment. Heaven had clear rules but no chains. God had given each angel the freedom to love and serve. In their perfection, they also possessed the gift of free will. And so, as Lucifer wrestled between his light and shadow, the angels around him began to sense something strange, the tension of his choice. Some, dazzled by his greatness, started to listen to his voice with new ears, following him silently, as if his light could lead them to another destiny. One of the cherubim, noticing his change, approached him once and asked, "Lucifer, do you no longer find joy in singing?" Lucifer replied with a cold smile, "I have found other pursuits. Perhaps there is something beyond what we have known." Then the morning star made his decision. The spark within him became a flame, and the flame a fire. "I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High." That night, his radiance changed. No longer the light of praise, but the blaze of ambition. Paradise, so perfect, so full of peace, felt the first tremor of rebellion. His name, meaning Lightbringer, was no empty title. He was heaven's beacon, the morning star that rose first, illuminating others in creation's night. Every angel listened to his words with devotion, for Lucifer spoke of God like no one else had. Angels were not innocent souls. They were wise and strong, each a reflection of God's purity. Yet Lucifer drew them in, not with weak lies or empty promises, but with his charisma and unshakable authority. He did not seek to deceive the angels like a liar. He spoke with passion, with a vision so compelling that many followed, seeing in him a new light. Like a shooting star briefly illuminating the sky, Lucifer gave the impression of being a brilliant and unique leader worthy of following. His goodness, his authority, his respect, his influence were all well-deserved. If we understood how this masterpiece of God truly was, we would grasp why God himself praised his own work in the book of Job. Even his sin has not destroyed God's work. Even in his sin, he remained strong. The divine warning, God called him alone amid sacred silence. His voice, like a deep river, addressed Lucifer with love and patience. Lucifer, my son, the seal of perfection, I sense your thoughts straying from me. In your heart, ideas are growing that separate you from the eternal. Lucifer, with a serene glow, looked at the Creator and replied, Father, did you not create me to understand and explore? There is nothing I desire more than to comprehend the depth of your work. Do you think that is wrong? God's sadness was profound, though contained. His heart, immense and patient, understood the fragility of the freedom he had given. He knew that seeds of pride could germinate even in the purest soil. God continued gently, Lucifer, your desire to understand is noble, but your thoughts are becoming self-centered. You have been seduced by the light I placed within you. You forget that this light is a reflection of my love, not your own source. Lucifer lowered his gaze, but inside, a fire of incomprehension and pride began to burn. My Lord, I have wanted nothing that is not yours. My light is the gift you gave me. How could I turn away from you if I was made by your own will? God looked at him with eyes of infinite tenderness. God's heart ached, but he continued to watch over Lucifer. Then came the moments when Lucifer's thoughts deepened further into rebellion, his distance from divine light growing ever more pronounced. His gradual drift became a cascade, and soon the ultimate rebellion unfolded in all its tragic magnitude. And so, the story of Lucifer comes to a dramatic and humbling conclusion. The brightest star, consumed by pride, fell into darkness, serving as an eternal reminder that no one is above the Creator. Even the most perfect can stumble when arrogance takes root. Let this story inspire humility, reverence, and reflection in all who hear it. If you found this story enlightening, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more powerful spiritual insights, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share this video with others who would benefit from these lessons of light and shadow. Thank you for watching.